And I think it's actually Bloods and Crops. What it was? It's not Crips. It's Crops, and they might have changed their name to Crips because they all died. One, the Bloods killed the Crips or Crops, basically. There are these two black groups basically. One was Bloods or Beads or something. I don't know. It wasn't Bloods exactly. Um, Anyway, it's B something or other, and the other one was Crops, and there was a farmer group and somebody else group. Anyway, the one group with the guns kills the group without the guns. They're both black. It's black on black. The Bloods kill the one, and then so the other one changes their name. So the leader, which basically is the black leader, basically calls one's the Crips because he lost because that one lost that team that those people lost, and then the Bloods because they drew first blood or something. I don't know. It's something stupid between 1920 and 1940 that the black people just have to rectify some time with themselves. It's like, I can't really explain. It's basically just bad leadership, and you just have to deal with your own existence and what happened. I can't. You know, I can explain to you what happened. I can just say, well, this is what happened. This is why it happened. This is the person that did it, and these are the people that were part of it. I really had nothing to do with any of it. Um, I wasn't even here on the planet for a little while, and then I was on the planet. Like between 1920 and 1940, of course, I wasn't here on the planet. I was off in out there or dead. So, I had nothing to do with any of it. It was basically just free for all. What the black people in the Crip and Mr. Brown and a couple people in Africa decided to do, the CCC people, which are basically they're black leaders basically. CCP was being led by some black people, and I think they kidnapped some other people and had them hostage or something, basically, and pretty much just hiding in the back like black or whatever. I don't know. I can't really like I say. I can't really rectify or explain a black person that is probably on acid and cocaine and probably LSD all at the same time every single day. Like I say, the Irish took a look at some of these people and they were like, and they're like, these people they're on acid every single day and hallucinogens. I'm not really. I don't think they really know what's really going on around them. So I mean, they're taking bathtub acid and bathtub meth or whatever that like where they or whatever. It's it caused permanent brain damage to a lot of their members, and some of their members were like, "You poisoned me, you poisoned me," and they're like, "My enemies got to me, they poisoned me," and it's like, it wasn't really your enemies, it was actually you that told those people to put their ingredients in there. So because they were like making up their own drugs and stuff and experimenting. So and they would give it to some poor girl or some other person first and see what happened, and this is like 1950. So, and this is what the Vietnam vets and the blacks were doing, somewhere around Vietnam or something like that, and Hell's Angels were involved somewhat. Anyway, yeah, and then they find out about that or something like that. I don't really know. Like there's a lot of public thing. The public finds out about all this stuff eventually because the public's not stupid, and they eventually find out about a lot of this stuff. And I'm not even around to explain it. They just find out. They know that the news reports have nothing to do with the thing. And that's another thing. Like I say, like JFK and also like Mr. Brown, he'll see a news reporter on TV. They have this little thing going where if they see someone hot on TV, someone will go pick them up, and then they'll have sex with them. That's a little joke. So when I see TV programs, I see a cute girl, like they've already raped her and run a train on her. So back between 1920s and 1940s, pretty much every reporter and every news person is basically all the females are crying. So, and if you want help from the Brown, you gotta do something. You gotta go down. Actually, I think that's the saying. He said, if you want help from, and this might be like what's his name, like Michael Jackson's father or something, or someone one of those black people. Like it's hard to tell the black people apart because they're all kind of like in this whole like drug whatever thing. Because Brown and the black people, they only help black people. If you're anyone else, they won't help you. In fact, they'll do everything they can to kill you or make you go out of business. Mr. Brown initiates a full-on race war with everyone. Anyway, though, so basically, What does it say? Oh yeah. So he does this little saying where if you want help from the brown, you got to go down, as in you got to suck his, So, and even if you're a male, sometimes, like I say, that's what the Irish say. They said he wasn't even asking for males to suck his, just if, as a domination thing, or something. Like I say, the Irish tell me about a lot of this stuff. They're like, because they really find out. They go and do all the work. They're on the ships. They're around. They hear all the words and stuff like that, and they hear all the rumors, and then they find out about what's going on. And like I say, China gets sick of it too, and so does the British and the Scottish. Like they all find out, and even if they didn't find out, they these people, they go and try and shoot them with guns. Like Mr. Brown is actively attacking just whoever. So is a couple other people. So is Jimmy Carter and John McCain. Anyway, John McCain dropped the bombs on a family in Berlin. Like he was flying over and he said, "It's an accident, man. It's a." When he crashed, when they ejected after they shot him down, he said, "It's an accident. It's an accident." So Chuck Yeager and John McCain were both on the jet. So it's like, well, one of you hit the button, and we could tell which one hit the button, but they didn't know that. There's something about the safeties when you press it, or you got to do something, and so we could tell which one actually. So John McCain never flew again, but Chuck Yeager flew a little bit, eventually. Most of it's just propaganda and fake stuff. Like I say, that's our 71, 70 years old, and was built by the Russians and the Germans. United States didn't have any. Lockheed had no idea about titanium. They didn't even understand it. So. Anyway, so there's this huge lie and stuff and basically it's considered national security, top secret. Anyway, it's basically how the presidents and everyone are basically just liars, and it's just LS, me, Lucifer, all this time, all these years. So that's because I own Germany and Italy. I bought Germany and I bought Italy, and the Germans and the Italians are just like, yeah, sure. And then I make and then we invent sparkly champagne, and they're like, yes, we love you. And then Russia is like, will you come here and build a city in our country? And my team's like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. So from what we did in Germany and Italy, like my team of scientists and researchers are like number one wanted. So then we go to Russia, and we start doing stuff up there. And then China wants, and then I'm like, and then we find some stuff in China, and then we're like, okay, let's invest in China. And then, eventually we get to Mexico, and then eventually America. So, we're doing all this stuff, and it's because, we're science and research and technology is like, and so LS, Lucifer, and LC, Lucifer Ceramics, and Lucifer Slate, and Lucifer Mining is basically just like number one, and I'm massively loved and cared about, and Germany's like, we love you, we care about you, and China's even like, very honorable, yes, because like I say with the slate, a lot of people are scamming people and stealing people, and I'm offering free roofing repair, and I'm even like, and a lot of people are coming to me and like, well, we don't have any money. It's like, don't worry about it, just pay me whatever. And then so people come back to my company and they're like, we'll pay you double for the next house. It's like, oh, cool. So like I'm just like through the roof, and all my people are rich and happy. Like I say, Germany was massively wealthy. So is Italy. We go to Russia, they become massively wealthy too. And we start thinking about doing space. We go to Mexico, we build a town, and they're like celebrating until the federales try and kill them, which is probably actually the black people. So, and Mr. Brown and everyone else is just mad because I'm just so epically famous and popular and cared about. And he's just like mad or something. So... Anyway, and then like I say, during World War I and World War II, like there's probably like 50 people running around saying that they're Lucifer the president. So, and then Mr. Brown starts doing the Lucifer Tsar. Anyway, of Russia or whatever, and they just go to Russia and kidnap a bunch of people and kill them. So, anyway, so all this stuff, and then they try and carpet bomb the Forbidden City because they know there's a nuclear reactor underneath there, so they're trying to make it go off. So they carpet bomb the hell out of it, but we already thought of that. So it doesn't really do all that much damage. It just destroys all the buildings and kills a bunch of people. So, and then they try and hit it from the front. And I think they do eventually breach it and get in there. I'm not exactly sure how much damage they did.